Welcome back to the channel. Next Car Lunch. If you think a V8 Mustang is automatically an expensive car to own, wait until you hear the real numbers. The 2027 Ford Mustang GT could still deliver that legendary 5.0-liter V8 experience while offering surprisingly strong resale value, widely available parts, and manageable long-term service costs. But there is one ownership expense that could completely change your decision. So, is the new Mustang GT actually worth your money? The 2027 Ford Mustang GT is expected to continue the modern Mustang formula with a naturally aspirated V8, rear-wheel drive, aggressive styling, and the kind of sound that makes ordinary traffic feel like a special event. And that is exactly why this car remains different from most new performance cars. For American buyers, the estimated starting price of the 2027 Mustang GT could land around $46,000 to $50,000 before destination charges and options. A better-equipped GT Premium could move beyond $50,000, while performance packages and premium options can push the final price considerably higher. For Japan, an imported Mustang GT could realistically reach the equivalent of roughly $60,000 to $70,000 or more after taxes, shipping, registration, and market-specific costs. For other American export markets, especially the Middle East, the final price will depend heavily on local duties, dealer pricing, and specifications. Now let's talk about the reason most people buy this car: performance. The Mustang GT's 5.0-liter V8 delivers serious power without needing a turbocharger or hybrid system. Current generation GT models produce around 480 horsepower, with output increasing depending on configuration and exhaust options. In simple terms, press the accelerator and the Mustang responds immediately. Around town, it can be surprisingly easy to drive. You get a comfortable seating position, modern technology, and an automatic transmission option if you don't want to shift gears yourself. But once you reach the highway, the Mustang GT changes personality. The rear-wheel drive layout and strong V8 give it excellent acceleration for overtaking, while the long body and wide stance help it feel planted at highway speeds. It is not just about going fast. A Mustang GT can make a normal highway trip feel much more exciting. And yes, fuel economy is the part we need to discuss. There is no hybrid system here and no electric motor helping the V8. So don't buy the Mustang GT expecting EV-like savings. Real-world fuel economy can vary dramatically depending on traffic, driving style, and how often you use the V8's performance. Owners can see fuel economy in the high teens when driving normally, while aggressive driving can send that number much lower. That means fuel is one of the biggest long-term costs. Current ownership estimates for a Mustang GT show roughly $20,000 in fuel over 5 years under a 15,000 mile per year assumption, although your actual number will depend on fuel prices and driving habits. So here's the money-saving trick. If you use the Mustang as a weekend car or a moderate mileage daily driver, the fuel penalty becomes much easier to manage. If you're driving hundreds of miles every week for business, this probably isn't the most economical choice. Maintenance is more reasonable. Because the Mustang GT uses a conventional gasoline V8 rather than a complicated hybrid system, there is no high-voltage battery to worry about and no EV-specific charging equipment. Regular oil changes, filters, brakes, tires, fluids, and inspections are the main routine expenses. Current cost-to-own estimates put 5-year Mustang GT maintenance around $4,000. With repairs estimated below $1,000 in Edmund's model. However, tires and performance brakes can become expensive, especially if you choose a performance-focused package or drive aggressively. Insurance is another important factor. A Mustang GT is a performance car, so insurance can be noticeably higher than a normal family sedan. Current ownership estimates show insurance as one of the major 5-year expenses, with the exact price varying heavily by driver age, location, driving record, coverage, and vehicle configuration. For American buyers, one major advantage is parts availability. Ford has a huge dealer and service network across the United States, and Mustang parts are widely supported by both Ford dealers and the aftermarket. That can make long-term ownership easier than owning a rare imported performance car. And then we reach resale value. This is where the Mustang GT becomes more interesting. Unlike many expensive performance cars, the Mustang has decades of brand recognition and a huge enthusiast community. Current market data continues to show meaningful resale strength for the Mustang nameplate. Of course, depreciation is unavoidable. A heavily optioned car, high mileage, accident history, or aggressive modifications can hurt resale value. But a clean, well-maintained GT with desirable equipment can remain attractive in the used market. Now let's compare it with another American performance car, the Dodge Charger. The Charger offers a different personality, especially with its newer powertrain choices and more practical body style. But if your priority is traditional V8 character, driver engagement, and the emotional value of an American muscle coupe, the Mustang GT has a very strong argument. The Mustang also benefits from a massive aftermarket and enthusiast community. But there is one important reality. This is not a pickup truck. If you need to carry construction materials, heavy equipment, large commercial loads, or regularly tow a trailer, the Mustang GT is simply the wrong tool. Its practicality comes from being a usable sports coupe, with everyday storage for shopping, luggage, and personal equipment rather than truck-style cargo capacity. For American roads, however, the Mustang makes plenty of sense if your daily needs are mostly commuting, highway driving, weekend trips, and personal transportation. Its size is manageable compared with a full-size truck, making it easier in parking garages and tighter urban streets. For small business owners, it could make sense as a personal or promotional vehicle rather than a dedicated work vehicle. It gives you American muscle car image without requiring the size and fuel consumption of a large pickup. So, should you buy the 2027 Ford Mustang GT? If you want maximum fuel economy, probably not. If you need serious cargo capacity, definitely not. But if you want a powerful American V8, strong enthusiast appeal, broad parts availability, reasonable routine maintenance, and potentially solid resale value, the Mustang GT remains one of the most interesting choices in its class. The biggest hidden cost is not the oil change. It is fuel, insurance, tires, and how often you use that V8 power. And that is what makes the 2027 Mustang GT so interesting. It isn't the cheapest performance car to own, but it could be one of the most rewarding. If you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe to Next Car Lunch, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming car reviews, new model updates, price comparisons, and the latest performance cars from America and around the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.